You bollocks. Yes, 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 people. Welcome back. Why is my TV? That's 2 days in a row. Once I go live, my TV's done a bit of a funny one. But anyway, never mind, guys. Yes, people. Then welcome back to Danny AFC TV. What's good in the hood? Arsenal making me funny when it goes down to the transfer mill, man. Seriously, Callum Wilson. I'm gonna put it out there straight away. I don't believe in this one at all. I reckon this could be a agent sort of saying, you know what, Newcastle are willing to sell. You need a striker. Maybe selling Nketia, an Englishman in, an Englishman out. I don't really know, guys. Would he outscore Nketia between now and the end of the season? It's very possible because Nketia doesn't really like scoring goals. In fact, if you ask me, Eddie Nketia fucking refuses to score goals. He's doing it again. Don't mug me off. So, honestly, I don't know. And honestly, I'd rather just wait till the summer, like, do you know what I mean? Look what teams like Atletico Madrid are already doing. 15 million, we hit off of Ameiram. Is pretty close to doing a deal with Atletico Madrid. Antonio Nusa, brilliant little 18-year-old, very close to doing a deal with Tottenham Hotspur. There's another young geezer today getting away, which is just going to pretty much break my heart and piss me off. But we'll get into it all in a minute. Let me get the stream out there, people. Do be liking, do be subscribing. Let's try and get some people on here. But yeah, do be liking, do be subscribing to The Realist. Yes. It's going to be a busy last couple of days. The way things have sort of happened in the football market, the football world today, it would suggest that it's opening up the window. Almiron to Saudi, then we hear Almiron could in fact sign a new deal at Newcastle, and it looks like if there is an odd man out at Newcastle, it could in fact be this Callum Wilson. It would leave them with just one striker at the end of the season. They could have someone coming through the roof, youth, do you know what I mean? Probably better than Eddie Nketia, you know what I mean? And the gaffer, old Eddie, would probably be willing to use them. But all I can think at this moment, if it's true that we've inquired about Callum Wilson, surely to F, it's because we've got a bid sat there for Nketia. I couldn't see him wanting 3 strikers and then 2 dodgy English strikers. I just don't know. I don't know, guys. Do we get the likes on the video? Yeah, the TV's trying to draw me out, innit? Do we get the likes on the video? Do be subscribing if you're new. Hopefully it ain't totally lifeless. See, now it's trying to work. I stand up. Bastard, and I've just hit my side. You know what? It's because I'm fucking chargers in. Right. I only want to get it on Sky Sports News anyway. Right, guys. Is it going to be a disaster quiet stream? Let me try and get it out there, as I did say. So let's just do that first of all. Where's the old Gregory's at today? There they are. Let's get out to yo. Down. We know there'll be a few people that ain't here no more, very unfortunately. But never mind, the show must go on as you do. Do you know what I mean? As you do. Definitely gonna have to switch up a few things on the old channel, man. I'm gonna go find someone, beat them up at the stadium or something. Seriously, liven up some people. Shouts out to Liekas, sunning himself off in was it Argentina today? He's on his way to Uruguay now. Oh, kill little bastard. He's living, ain't he, the boy? He's definitely living his Arlie Yeagers. Alright, screw getting the stream out there. You, and you. Right, guys. Or nobody at this second. Fuck me. Sophie Rose is in the building. Sophie Rose decided to come save me today. I'm trying to get people in. Building girl, what's going on? It's dead in here. Daniel, what are you telling me? Nothing much, girl. What are you telling me? How's your pal? How's everything? What's good in the hood? You offend them? Bravs. Callum Wilson. Sorry, Callum Wilson ain't going to happen, bravs. Seriously. It's a smoke screen, bravs. We're pointing at something big in the summer, bravs. And it could be a strike partner. I'm going to be adamant. I reckon we're going to go after Alexander Isaac in the summer, bravs. If Newcastle will let him go. And over £100 million or £100 million, they might just do. I've had it been told to me on massively good authority as well that Victor Osimhen, it was a Luis Suarez situation, bros. It was like, you want to go. We don't want you here for whichever reason, which I find weird. We don't. They're kind of like, we don't want you here either. Fuck ya. We want the money for ya. So I've been told it was £120 million release clause inserted in this guy's contract. Victor Osimhen could be another one. Like, do you know when you watch him sometimes, he looks very wild and whatever, but he's fast, he's pacey. Like, I reckon he does do a job in the Premier League. Like, I'm scared from strikers outside of this country. You know what I mean? I know there's not many good strikers here. You're the only one here, yeah. Yo, my jigger, what's good? What's good? What's good, Yuri, my brother? My brother from another mother, man. Who are you? That is Piff. Bro, I'm getting loads of dodginess on my Twitter, like some Piff-looking bird, like, and it'll have, like, bits of bodies and everything. And whenever you have to happen, like, look at WB's Twitter. It's one different kettle of fish. Mine's just football, strictly. Anyway, shouts out to Easy on the Stone Island hat today, guys. Man had to draw me the hat from holiday. Don't want to be rude. It does feel pretty rock. I wouldn't really rock fakes, but everything feels, even down to a little badge here, bros. Bros, I'm hearing that bullshit as well, bros. I'm hearing he's been offered to Newcastle, but Newcastle can't afford him, bros. It's financial fair play, and they won't be able to do the deal. I've heard Arsenal and Man United have actually turned him down, bros. I just don't know how true it is. And then some bastard will link us, not you, I mean. Some fucker links us to Callum Wilson, whether it's true or not. I can't see it being true, bros. I do reckon, because there's also been hints again. Emile Smith-Rowe, bros, we're trying to get West Ham to bid. We're saying, we've basically put it out there. We will let no one go on loan this summer. We're standing firm this window. Jacob Kiewar, he's kind of said he will go to AC Milan. He's more than happy to. He's very upset. He doesn't want to leave Arsenal feeling like he's been a failure or no good at the club. But he says, I just haven't had the minutes or the time or the chance on the pitch. So Jacob Kiewar has said he's ready to go back to Serie A in Italy. Could that be 12, 15 million pound in the bank? You know what I mean? Benzema now, man. But I can't see him coming to the Premier League. I couldn't see any footballer. But all right, I know Ronaldo did come at 36, but Ronaldo and Messi, bros, are different kind of breeds of people. And I know Benzema's really, really good, bros. But you know what, bros? At 36, bros, to try and come to the Premier League, I'm honestly not sure about that, bros. Like, if you ask Arsenal for 350 grand or 450 grand a week for the next few months, I don't think it would sit very comfortably with me. The Callum Wilson thing, bros, I think is a smokescreen. I think it's total bullshit. Why would we want the 31-year-old Callum Wilson? Unless we're just trying to do some sort of straight thing. There's talk of Everton still wanting a striker this window, even though they've got the Brazilian Beto. Could Arsenal offer them Nketia for Anana and try and be smart with a financial fair play thing and get Wilson in as a backup to the end of the season, a sort of backup dancer, if you like? I can't see it though. Yeah, Luca, I'm good, man. A little bit quiet in the stream, but it's all good. I'm trying to just sort of figure out if Arsenal are totally out of the races for a player at all this window. I've kind of maintained, I personally thought it'd be a fullback could get. Now it seems to be switching back to the central midfield. But then I hear we've done a deal for Zubimendi in the summer, for 52 mil. But then again, we're going to need more than one centre mid in the summer. Haven't seen a central midfielder. Jorginho's likely to go on a free. El Neni will go on a free. So, yeah, he'd be our best forward. He probably would, bros, but at 36, I still say it is a massive risk, though, bros. I'm not saying I wouldn't take the risk, but I still think it's a massive risk. At 36 years old and you've never played outside, what, France for a couple of years because you're young, and then your whole life at Madrid. I don't know. Big striker. Then we have more money for Champions League money coming. We need 2 central mids. We're going to definitely need 2 central mids, bros. But on that note, though, it's good to see Thomas Partey's back in training. Whether he's going to be involved with the first team going forward, we don't know. I'd like to think now we're going to get the most out of Thomas Partey to the summer and then think about it in the summer, innit? I think at just over 200 grand a week, we wanted him off the wage bill and maybe because of the Cosby stories. Callum Wilson, bros, they're not going to let him go on loan. Newcastle ain't stupid, bros. That's definitely not happening, bros. They fought off Bayern Munich for Trippier. Almiron, we hear, could be close to a new deal, but Almiron was never really going to run because Almiron actually come out pretty much publicly and said, privately or public, I can't remember, but Almiron pretty much said a move to Saudi wasn't his cup of tea. Not at this stage in his career. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm live though. I'll chat to you in a little while. But yeah, man. What is it? Is it fire? That Cosby is back just before the window closes. I think it is a massive coincidence, bros. I still think we were actively trying to sell him. Could it have been a thing where we told him not to go to the African Nations Cup? But a lot of these African boys, I'm sure, will not have listened to the manager. Is on Mbappe on the cards. I couldn't see it, bros. But again, I've been told by bros. I know a couple of people that actually, they're not fucking massive journalists, bros. But I know a kind of football geezer that, you know what I mean? He sort of writes books and does a little bit of freelance journalism in France, bros. Yeah. So, brother, when I tell you, in my opinion, yeah, what did you didn't tell me about Mbappe, bros. Don't start that, bros. What did you tell me about Mbappe, bros? You said it was impossible. I remember your exact words, bros. But anyway, I told you, why couldn't we give him 60, 70 million pounds? Not 72 birds, getting 2 wages off the. Sorry, say that all again in English, brother. Not selling 2 pairs. What that we wouldn't. I don't really get what you're trying to say there. Sorry, brother. But onto the Mbappe bit. Brother, I've heard of a quote that he's given a French journalist in France saying, I will only sign for a club if I feel I get my full worth. So obviously he is a bit of a greedy motherfucker. And maybe he's bulking to the 500 grand a week, allegedly on the table from Real Madrid. There's another story from Real Madrid. Because they've kind of told their supporters they're getting Mbappe and Alphonso Davies in the summer, I'm hearing they could sell Vinicius Jr., but it would have to be for ridiculous money. Now, guys, I wouldn't massively quote me on this, but I've had a couple of stories told in my ear. Dan, believe it or not, Vinicius Jr., as crazy as it sounds, could be used as finance money to try and get a few players in. Is he party Havertz 330 grand and 200 grand a week? Everything even. Is sell party. Okay, but again, theoretically then, brother, if you could get rid of Havertz and party at the end of the season and save that 530 grand a week, surely that is the sort of money Kylian Mbappe is going to want, isn't it? That's why I always told you it isn't impossible. But let me finish the Kylian Mbappe story. Basically, bruvs, from what I'm hearing, it's very likely the top journalists across fucking European football are saying he will end up at Real Madrid. All I'm saying is, I've been told his mind isn't made up. He is still open to more offers. There's only 2 countries that will play him because he wants to win the Ballon d'Or. And allegedly, as I've heard it, he only will play in England or Spain because he believes in them 2 countries he can win the Ballon d'Or. He doesn't reckon he can go Germany and win it. He doesn't reckon he can go AC Milan and win it. And AC Milan wasn't named. I'm just going to say Italy and win it. He ain't going to go Saudi and win the Ballon d'Or. So, it is only England or Spain. Now, Liverpool have been admirers of this guy for many years, bruvs. Liverpool, I reckon, would be slyly trying to do a deal as well. He's on a free, bruvs. That means Liverpool don't buy Dominic Szoboszlai in the summer and give him big wages. And if you could get Thomas Partey and Havertz off the wage bill at the end of the season, brother, that's 530 grand there, straight off the wage bill. I've heard Germany, Bayern Munich are opened to selling Matthias de Ligt. That's now becoming public knowledge. I've said this a couple of weeks ago on the stream. I've said Arsenal could do with a left-footed centre-back because I feel sometimes Gabriel, why he didn't start the first 3 games of the season. But let's just spit straight to it. Bayern Munich ain't a selling club, guys. But financially right now, everyone has their price tag. £70 million, Matthias de Ligt can leave Germany. I've heard Leroy Sané can leave at about 60, 70 million. Liverpool are watching that situation. I still like Leroy Sané, and it isn't like he hasn't done it in the Premier League. I wonder why Pep Guardiola let him go. Did he not work hard enough, running back, whatever? I'm not a Man City fan. I just remember him terrorising Arsenal on many occasions. Do you know what I mean? And bros, I reckon Salah is going, bros. I reckon Salah's going to go, but they're going to get a lot of money for Salah, bros. I reckon they'll get at least 100, 120 mil for Salah in the summer, bros, and it'll be from Saudi. If there's anything these Saudi clubs will be learning, bros, it won't be let's buy Tom, Dick, and Harry. Riyad Mahrez is happy out there, yeah, and certain people are happy. You know what I mean? It works to certain man's lifestyle. Mohamed Salah knows what he's going to be walking into when he walks into Saudi Arabia or El Etihad or El Ettifaq or whatever fucking club he goes to, yeah? He'll know what kind of climate. It's a Muslim country, do you know what I mean? Riyad Mahrez apparently is bubbling out there, sorted. He loves his lifestyle. I'm just saying, perhaps for every footballer, it isn't. Do you know what I mean? Do you like that financial fair play makes these bigger clubs sell good players? Not really, because what are you saying is a bigger club? Newcastle, bros. I reckon if they was in London, they wouldn't be having this sort of trouble. They don't charge the amount Arsenal do to get getting to the ground, bro, to get into the Emirates. Their program doesn't cost £5 or £6 for a pint of beer that tastes hot and shit. Doesn't cost £7. I would imagine, not in Newcastle. Up north, I know a lot of things are cheaper. But Arsenal should sign who? I don't understand. Who should we sign? Liverpool will do it, bros. If they get rid of Salah and get 120 mil, bros, they'll put a big load of that 120 mil aside to try and get Mbappe on a free contract. And bro, there's so many players we've got to let go in the summer. Like, look, you've got Blackburn today. Turning down. Let me tell you what. Crystal Palace bid 18 million for Adam Walton of Blackburn. Bro, we can't get 18 million for fucking someone that's probably in England or been in the England team, Eddie Nketia. I don't know how Arsenal go about selling players, bros. But Blackburn have rejected an offer from Palace today. They want 28 million, apparently. Palace will probably be back for Adam Walton, whoever the fuck he is. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Right. Into some news though. £20 million. Callum Wilson, 31 years old. I didn't even dignify it by checking this guy's stats. Now, guys, I keep hearing PSG are going to recall Xavi Simons from his loan at RB Leipzig and send him to Arsenal. Again, seeing is believing. We do know David Dean, or David Dean's son, is it Daniel Dean, is his agent. PSG have signed Gabriel Mascado for £17 million. This kid I spoke about for many, many months. And at £17 million, he's going to be allowed to just walk into PSG. Similar with Antonio Nusa at Tottenham. You watch how good this geezer is, guys. You watch. He'll go on loan for the rest of the season. You watch next season. He's a good little player. And Atletico Madrid looks set to sign Arthur Vermaelen for about £15 million. But anyway, Thomas Partey looking sharp in training. Jacob Kiwar would like to go back to Italy. He says, again, if he thought he'll get minutes at Arsenal, he'd be more than happy to stay. Nketia Nketia. I know you were saying something about this earlier in the window. Arsenal confirm only a permanent deal for Nketia or Emil Smith-Rowe would be entertained. So basically, no loan offers. Vinicius Jr. could be sold by Real Madrid in the summer to fund Kylian Mbappe and Bayern Munich left-back Alphonso Davies going. Arsenal should get Sano, Neto. That's two wingers. Tony, Diamonde, Zubamendi. I swear you said you didn't like Diamonde when I told you he was brilliant. Brothers, Chelsea are in the race for him now. Chelsea want him. Newcastle want him in the summer. Zubamendi. So Ramsdale, a few others. Brother, I've got a big list of players that I would sell. Here's my list, bros. Tommy, Jacob, Zinchenko, Tavares, Lokonga, KT, Vieira, Nketia, Jesus, Havertz, Partey. I've got a 12 or 13 man fucking list to sell in the summer, bros. But could we get any money for them? Right, Diamonde, I agree with. Zubamendi, bros, I don't know. I like him on the ball, but he's almost just like an Evergrande Xhaka, bros. He's not very... bros, he's almost like a Gilberto. So I don't know how to explain. He doesn't lose the ball, but he doesn't get stuck in. You know what I mean? And that's in Spain. I'm not sure about Zubamendi. Diamonde, yes. Sane, I would like, I suppose. And again, Bayern Munich are selling at the moment, bros. This is a good time to catch Bayern Munich. The Sanes, the Mateus, the legit. Do you know what I mean? There's signings to be made from Bayern Munich. Beref has scored on his debut for Sturm Graz today. I do believe it was just a friendly, though. As I've said, Arsenal have confirmed only a permanent deal for Nketia or Emil Smith-Rowe would be entertained. On to some Premier League news. Everton fear late bids for Godfrey and Amadou Onana. Atletico Madrid are close to signing Arthur Vermaelen from Club Brugge. Man United have turned down the chance for Karim Benzema, seemingly leaving the door open to Chelsea Football Club to get the deal done. Guys, give me a signal who's with me. There's no way one person's here. Please give me a signal who's with me, guys. Matt O'Reilly, bid rejected, also from Atletico Madrid. Celtic, obviously, the club that owned Matt O'Reilly. He's Norwegian. Calvin Phillips is pretty close to signing for West Ham. He's passed his medical. That deal should be done by late tonight. Claudio Echeverri, this is another guy I spoke about on the stream, 12.5 million, has signed for Man City from River Plate. He'll go back to River Plate for the next year and join up with Man City next January, not the summer. Antonio Nusa is very close to signing a permanent deal with Tottenham Hotspur. Wow, that one pisses me off. Chelsea are monitoring Aston Villa striker John Duran. That one was a bit of a surprise when I heard this one today. Bayern Munich are set to offer money, £10 million for Galatasaray right back Sako Bowie. Wolves loan offer for Chelsea striker Broja. Wolverhampton have said, Wolves loan offer for Broja. Chelsea have said it will have to contain a 30 million obligation. I know it's real bad. Fucking hell, bros. It's dead on the stream. Sako Bowie, though, Galatasaray right back. Leroy Sané has been watched by Liverpool. Liverpool feel they can get him for about the £50 million fee in the summer. Liverpool also eyed Chelsea centre-back Levi Colwill. He's been kind of playing regularly, though, so I'm not sure about that. And Tottenham may make a late bid for Gerard Braithwaite as a deal for Conor Gallagher has broke down. So they're going to try and go and get Gerard Braithwaite and Antonio Nusa, probably for the combined total sort of money. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. Man, I think I should jump onto TikTok for a little while, innit? It's really quiet today, man. It's spooking me out. Man, I think I should jump onto TikTok for a little while, innit? It's really quiet today, man. It's spooking me out. Hold on. Really freaking me out, people. Really freaking me out. Where's the boys from the group as well, man? Where is everyone, man? This is fucking dead. This is fucking dead. Someone in my Twitter thing has changed their name. That's a little bit off-throwing, isn't it? Do you know what? Fuck the stream. I'm not putting it out nowhere. Fuck people. All right, cool. If we have to go, we have to go. So, guys, I don't know. It's all dependent again. Well, I know I've said it before in this window. I'm going to just be corny and say it again. If we sell, who knows? We could go in late. But if someone comes in the last 24 hours for a player, man, we'll probably just bank the money and wait for the summer. I can't see a significant move being made. Who do you mean? Because, bros, for me, it's only really hit Chelsea, Newcastle. And that's if they sell a player. And if they lose the 31-year-old Callum Wilson, bros, I don't think that's the biggest deal breaker. They've got a lot of talent and English talent as well coming through that youth academy days. And Eddie Howe isn't afraid to use that talent, bros. We know he wants Solanke. He's pretty much publicly said it. He would have went for him in January. Do you know what I mean? He goes, I love the geezer. I'm the one that brought him from Liverpool, 21 mil. I broke Bournemouth's fucking club record to get him there. I know exactly what this guy offers. I want him at Newcastle. So he's already made it clear he wants Dominic Solanke. Bros, Bayern, everyone's got their price at Bayern. I'm not saying they're a selling club. I wouldn't want to be disrespectful. But again, financial fair play. As you can see with some of their targets, bros, with all no disrespect to Sako Bowie or Kieran Trippier, bros, are they the greatest right backs in the world? Bollocks to that, bros. I've never really seen Sako Bowie play. And Trippier's 33, bros, no matter which way you dress it. Yes, he's good for a couple of seasons, but he's 33, bros. He ain't one for the future, is he? So I don't think it's affecting everyone, bros. Man City ain't selling shit. Chelsea, they could sell a couple before the end of the window, bros. But I even heard, though, bros, it's almost like there's a little conspiracy. I was watching Sky Sports News today, and the way kind of Chelsea and Man City were being lauded by that white geezer. I don't know who he is. It ain't Darmish, the geezer, not the one that works for Long Darmish for the last couple of days. Another one, bros. I swear he supports Tottenham or something. He's a proper pagan. Let me just stick to this cut of this story. Basically, how much money Chelsea have made from selling youth academy products and then bookmark player value and all this bullshit. And Man City have done the same. They've sold from their academy all the Jadon Sanchos, all the Gittins, all of this, all of that. They've sold a couple to Luton. They sold the goalkeeper. Do you remember the one that was on international duty for England for the under-21s and won that tournament? They sold that goalkeeper for 15 with, I think, 5 million in hard-ons. And there's a centre-back who won that England tournament as well. And apparently he's subject of 25 million pound bids from people at Burnley, Newcastle, West Ham this summer. So again, they've got a couple of more guys from their academy to sell Man City. And I don't know, bros. Is this why things are getting delayed? That's my point. Back in the day, Bayern would never ever have to sell anyone. Oh, because okay, Bayern, yes, but I still believe though, bros. Remember, they've got Kingsley Coman, so I believe when it comes to Leroy Sané, yes, and with Mateus legit, bros. Forget Ajax. Juventus are happy to let him go, bruvs. I don't know, bruvs. I just think with fuck me, Mateus Delit, I reckon just £70 million good money for him, bruvs. I'm not saying he ain't a good defender. What's the most we've spent on a defender, bruvs? £50 million, Ben White. All right, that ain't very good, but still, do you know what I mean? He's better than Ben White, but shit, bro. There's a problem why teams like Juventus and Bayern have no problem selling him, bros. City at so Azus, Zini. Bros, they weren't number one players, bros. Not at all. Palmer to go Chelsea, Lavea to Southampton from City to is all because of financial fair play. Well, yeah, but more to the point, bros. He obviously didn't fancy Lavea, didn't think he was going to get in his team or Gittins or Sancho, whatever, bros. What I'm actually saying is, though, bros, they've probably got another 2 or 3 of these kids to sell, maybe at 20. They sold a couple to Southampton last year. They're both getting in the team now. One of them's a winger. Oh, what's it? It's the beginning of an I or something, Idiosi or something. I can't remember, bros. They were 10, 15 million pound each. They went to Southampton. They're both English out of their academy. Bros, what I'm saying is they're going to have another few to sell this summer, and that's going to be where they start fighting their case. But we're basically producing talent every year from our academy to sell. I think we both liked him last summer. Do you know what it is with him, bros? See, at this situation right now where we're in, we don't want to buy someone. Well, we can't afford to buy someone that's better than Timber or someone like a Hakimi or Alphonse Davies. But what I'm saying is, though, because he is English, and again, bros, English quota. And if we sold Emil Smith-Rowe and Nketia, I'd be so not surprised to see that dude come in that you're just talking about and Callum Wilson. English quota, bros. Remember, I always keep talking about it. And I still never confirmed if Saliba's on this English quota thing. As far as I know, you have to play in this country for 3 years, bros. He hasn't played here for 3 years, bros. We've owned him for 3 years, yes. I don't know the rules that in and out. But Carl Walker-Peters, let's just do it. What, 25? Premier League experience, Tottenham. He can play left back, can play right back. The thing is, bros, he ain't a number one player. And does he want to be a backup dancer from the summer? Or do you literally just like get him as cheap as you can? Because I hear Southampton actually, would you see that Reece Walters? Apparently they want him. And again, if we let him go, we could be holding on to him for the English quota a bit. Other Scottish left back we are linked with. Hold on. How is that other Scottish left back we was linked with after telling you? How's he doing? What, the one at Brentford? I forgot his name. Hold on. It will come to me. The one at Brentford. I'll tell you what they're doing with him, bruvs. And he does all right, but Brentford are playing him at right back a lot. And so does the Scottish national team, bruvs, because they're obviously blessed with only one position in the whole of the fucking every position on the pitch. Scotland are blessed like with left back. Do you know they've even got another decent left back coming through? He's in Italy. He scored the other day for like one of these Udineses or Lecces or something, bruvs. Like they've got another left back coming through unbelievably, bruvs. And they've got a central midfielder in Italy doing all right. Yes, he's doing all right, bruvs. But you see the thing is Hickey. They're playing him at right back, bruvs. Brentford's playing him right back, and the Scottish national team are playing him at right back. And again, Brentford would ask for decent money, bruvs. Look at Ivan Toney. But he done well in Italy, and he's a regular for Scotland, but a right back. He plays right back. Robertson plays left back. Tierney plays left centre back. But you know Tierney's made of glass. That's if he's fit. So he is doing all right, bruvs. He's a regular at Brentford. There was talk that Man City was looking at him at this summer gone in it, but I very much doubt it. Do you know what I mean? Or someone was monitoring. A big team was monitoring him, bruvs. I can't remember who. Even Real Madrid. Someone silly, bruvs. I doubt it was that deep. But Hickey's doing all right, bruvs, and he can play right back and left back, definitely. Josh Doig, that's it. That's what is that the central midfielder? No, he's a left back, Josh Doig, isn't it? But they've got a central midfielder out there now, bruvs, as well. I see him scoring. So there's a couple of talents going out from Scotland, which is pretty interesting to Italy. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of these clubs realise, bro, there is obviously a couple of talents here and there about. You know what I mean? And if they're at the wrong clubs, I'm afraid to say, maybe in Scotland, Celtic, Rangers, but I'm sure you'll still get your chance. But like if it's Arsenal, Man City here, you're not really ever going to get your chance, bros, because you can't tell me Jadon Sancho shit, bros. We should have most definitely got him when Brentford got him, because hold on, what was it, about 20 mil? Like 20 mil these days for a right back or left back, bros. Like, he's versatile. Isn't that much, bros? Like, again, you know what I mean? When I say about Arteta, like, and all the players he's selling, Tavares is another player he'll make a loss on, bros. We're not going to get the 7 million back. Kieran Tierney, I can't blame him for, but we're still not going to get the money back, bros. If he had just stopped fucking around and sold him as soon as he realised he didn't want him, you know what I mean? They said, like, what's the point of going out on loan? Every other club, bros, look at Chelsea. They've made Maddison sign a fucking deal before he went out. All of their players that go out on loan, bros, whether it's German or whatever, they sign a new 1 year rolling contract. That Maddison looked good for Borussia Dortmund the other day, by the way. Set up a goal straight away for, I don't know, Donyell Marlon. Bruvs, I don't know if he's really better than Tierney, bruvs. All I'm saying is he's one of them Scottish Braveheart. Why people kind of like why the Lee Akers of the world like Tierney. Someone that will put their head down and just work their bollocks off, bruvs. That never turned you on with Tierney. A few top players every few years. Yeah, still very few and far between for ones like, I don't know, who's like someone mad good. Robertson's decent. And they're getting better, Scotland, you know what I mean? But again, it isn't like I'd say, right, I'd want him from their squad, I'd want them from their squad. What do you think about the 3 young players that are moving around, bros? Antonio Nusa, that's pissing me off. Arthur Vermeeren, he has scored a couple of Champions League goals. Central midfielder, Club Brugge, Atletico Madrid are close to tying up a 15 million deal. And Gabriel Moscardo, PSG, 17 million. And it makes me laugh, bros. Crystal Palace have £18 million cash money bid turned down for Adam Walton, Blackburn guy. And there's a Leeds United midfielder. Apparently Liverpool wanted him, but Leeds United said 45 mil. He's 17. What's his name? Is it Archie Gray? Archie Gray, he's 17. Played 30 games for Leeds United in the Championship this year. Apparently very good central midfielder, bros. English, obviously, young, 17. Bros, it's a 50% sell-on clause. Are you really telling me Bologna are going to accept 25? Because allegedly, I've heard something else, bros. Apparently, they've tried to speak to Bayern Munich. Would you bring down that amount and blah, blah, blah? Bayern Munich are like, fuck off. Bollocks. What are you talking about? Shut your mouth. We signed the deal. Honour the deal. If you sell him, we want 50%. So I still find that a very hard deal to do, bros. I find that mad. I reckon it's got to be 70 mils, bros. They're going to want at least 35 mil for their striker that's meant to be so good, bros. But, bro, I'll tell you what, if we was to get Callum Wilson, I wouldn't want him as well, bros. It would be just Jesus and Nketia out and 2 other possibly dodgy cunts in, bros. Someone that's got 8 goals in Italy, bros. Hudgland probably scored more than that last year in Italy, bros. I'm going to be honest with you. And he ain't exactly murking it at Man United now, is he? It's a big difference in Italy, bros. Even that's why I've got a slight little alarm bell when it comes to, what's his fucking face? Victor Osimhen. But where he's kind of tall, powerful, and even though he's tall, he's agile and fast, I do reckon he'll be all right in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, bros, when it comes to certain people like Dybala, bro, that guy ain't doing nothing in the Premier League, bros. Do you know what I mean? He ain't getting over 10 goals in no Premier League. Let me tell you another Italian striker. Dusan Vlahovic, he's another one. Unless he was at a Man City, Arsenal, bruvs, or a Liverpool. Outside of them 3 teams, bruvs, you know what I mean? Chances can be hard to come by in the Premier League. Yo, brother, just tuned in. Looking forward to a good show, mate. Come on, you Gunners. Yeah, bros, it's been quiet. I was going to go pretty soon. But, brother, the Callum Wilson link, I don't know what to make of that. Is it some kind of smokescreen, bros? I'm sure we really want Alexander Isaac, and there's nothing we can do to the summer. Bros, there's 2 things I've heard today, bros, and they seem they're getting legs and it's got attention, bros. We are definitely open to selling Nketia and Emil Smith Rowe, but we will not entertain loans. So it'd have to be permanent cash deals. I'm wondering if we've had a little 30, 35 mil bid from, say, like a Palace, hence why we're looking at someone like Callum Wilson. Do you know what I mean? Just to get us through. Because if you want the truth, bros, Callum Wilson will probably score as many goals as Jesus and Nketia between now and the end of the season. As silly as that sounds, bros, you know what I mean? It's sounding like about him physically, 6'4", and moves well. I know, bros, and Juma gave him very high praise as well, bros. I don't know. I don't know, bruvs. I don't know. Man City as well, bruvs. Why do I think they could try a snaky one for Mbappe? De Bruyne's getting on. Do you know what I mean? I know they did get that other winger though, Jeremy Decoux, and he looks like an absolute like that money. I'm pissed off with Tottenham. This Antonio Nusa, Gabriel Moscardo today, guys. Argentinian midfielder, £17 million, 18, one for the future. I don't believe these are deals that would have broke the bank, guys. You know what I mean? One thing though, Thomas Partey looking sharp in training. I hope he doesn't turn up at right back. I hope Arteta does the sensible thing and gets him alongside Thomas Partey, gets him alongside Declan Rice. At least, like, don't devalue him between now and the end of the season. Like, do you know what I mean? Make him have a good 6 months. We know Thomas Partey's got a good 6 months in him. Anana is that. Yeah, bros. I told you, we're not doing anything, bros. We are not doing anything. Like you said, the one main name you did mention was that Kyle Walker-Peters. The only reason why that perked my eye up was because apparently Southampton have made an offer for us. Only a loan offer, though, for Reece Walters. Obviously, Reece Walters is a right back. Maybe that would smoothen the deal a little bit. Reece Walters there, and we give them a bit of money for Walker-Peters. Jimmer's trying to sleep, guys. So yeah, Jacob has said, "Boss man, if you're still here, boss, boo blah." Right, let me listen. £20 million, Callum Wilson. I think this is a smoke screen bullshit. Allegedly, PSG are still thinking of recalling Xavi Simons from his loan at RB Leipzig. What's going on, Heather? And again, it would be to send him to Arsenal Football Club. Thomas Partey looking sharp in training today. PSG have signed Gabriel Moscardo for £17 million. Jacob Kiwior would entertain a move to AC Milan. Arsenal have kind of confirmed, not Arsenal themselves, but through many agents and sources. Nketia, Emil Smith Rowe, not alone, but permanent offers, Arsenal will entertain. Mika Bieref scores on his debut for Sturm Graz today. Arsenal... Vinicius Jr. could be sold by Real Madrid to make way for Mbappe and Alphonso Davies this summer. Full of the cold, that's not good, girl. 1 minute. Everton fear late bids for Amadou Onana and Godfrey, their central defender. Atletico Madrid are close to signing Arthur Vermeeren of Club Brugge. They had a big turn down today of Matt O'Reilly from Celtic. Man United allegedly have turned down an offer to take Karim Benzema on loan for the 6 months, the last 6 months of the season. Calvin Phillips is pretty much done and dusted. Signed his deal at West Ham. He passed his medical earlier this evening. Crystal Palace have had an £18 million bid turned down for Adam Walton, whoever the fuck he is, of Blackburn Rovers. Antonio Nusa, close to Tottenham, as I've said. Claudio Echeverri, Real River Plate central midfielder, £12.5 million deal done to Man City. He will go back on loan for the next season, or for the next year, back to River Plate. Chelsea are monitoring Aston Villa striker John Duran. And there's been a lot of talk about this geezer. I don't know. Is it because Watkins, he ain't really got to look him? I don't know. I'll have to look into this John Duran. Wolves have made a loan offer to Chelsea for their striker Broja. Chelsea have said it's fine, but it must contain a £30 million obligation. Bayern Munich are going to make a bid for Saka Bowie, the Galatasaray right back. Sane has been told he can leave Bayern Munich at the right price. Liverpool are very closely monitoring the situation. Liverpool also eyeing Chelsea centre-back, left back, Levi Colwill. And Tottenham could make a late bid for Gerard Braithwaite. All they're trying to do is tie up the deal for Antonio Nusa. That one's pissed me off. I reckon this Gabriel Moscardo is going to be a good player as well. He's gone PSG. And Arthur Vermeeren, at the end of the day, we paid 17, 18 million quid for Lokonga, like 15 million quid. He scored a couple of Champions League goals. That's something I'm sure Lokonga never did. Doesn't look the worst investment. What I'm saying is, even if it went tits up, I'm sure we could get our £15 million back for the 18-year-old Belgian midfielder. But good evening, Heather. Sorry to hear that. How you doing, girl? How you doing? How you doing? What's good? 40 minutes on the clock, guys. I'll give it another 5-10 minutes and I'll disappear out of the stream. Shouts out to all the real ones that are here. Please get a massive big like on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. We know I've had people run away from the channel recently. A good 2 or 3 recently, isn't there? Which ain't all good, which is not good. Please with me, guys. Please with me. What's anyone else's thoughts? In fact, what is our next games coming up now? We know we got Liverpool coming up. Jesus. Is it Forest first? Matches. Yes, Forest away, 30th of January. We should sign Godfrey from the Toffees. I think that he is a good defender. Come on, you Gunners. Well, we definitely do need another centre-back, mate. I'm telling you, because if Saliba went down or Gabriel went down, I don't trust Jacob Keyward there. Ben White has never looked steady at fucking centre-back for me, even though he's meant to be a centre-back. We was more linked with Braithwaite, though, the left-footed one from Forest. I do get you. I'm not sure. I'd rather sort of wait till the summer and try and get Osman Diamonde from Sporting CP. But I'm hearing Newcastle want him. But Chelsea are entering the race for him as well. As I think that geezer, the Brazilian Thiago, said this season's his last year at Chelsea. I don't reckon so, bruvs. Again, it could all change if Nketia or Emil Smith-Rowe goes, bruvs. But I don't think we're going to accept like silly money for them. We're not going to get 50 million for them. I reckon there's clubs out there, West Ham, Villa, that would potentially give us 30 million for Emil Smith-Rowe, 30 million for Nketia. Because we need a squad, because of the English quota, and you need that for Premier League and Champions League these days, guys. I don't think we'd let 2 English players go. Could that be why we're linked with Callum Wilson? Could we have a little sneaky bid on the table from Palace? Remember, Palace have kind of made a informal offer to us. They basically let it know that they were willing to pay 22 million for Nketia. We told them no straight away. We know West Ham have made a loan offer for Emil Smith-Rowe. West Ham were told in straight English, though. They weren't told, fuck off bollocks, do you know what I mean? They were told, come back with some peas, you know what I mean? And obviously, Declan Rice we still feel harshed off 105 mil. We told them straight it's 50 million pounds, but we told West Ham in the summer it was 50 for Nketia. Now, if we ease up on them 50 million, I reckon we get 30 million pounds each for them 2 players. But do we? Well, Nketia, I couldn't give a fuck. Do we really want to sell Emil Smith-Rowe for 30 mil? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if I want to. Oh, God. Bros, Wilson's the better striker, I reckon, innit? The guy that will put the ball in the net, innit? But, again, I don't know. I don't know what Wilson's record is, but I bet he scored more than fucking 20 goals in his Premier League career, bros. That's what Nketia is sitting on at like 25 years old, bros. He's got 20 goals in his Premier League career. So, yeah. Whoa! Did Wilson have a productive season or 2 at Bournemouth, perhaps? I'm sure he had a couple of decent seasons in the Premier League at Bournemouth. So, yeah, bros. I'm not saying I want him, but I said at the start of the stream. And I included Jesus in it. I goes, if you want to ask me who will score more goals in an Arsenal shirt, Wilson, Nketia, or Jesus between now and the end of the season, I said it'd actually be Wilson. If you ask Gareth Southgate, bros, I think the question is, yes, Wilson is better. For me, I don't know, bros. Ivan Toney's like a myth, bros. I've only known about this geezer for 2 years, and he's 28. Do you know what I mean? How long you known Ivan Toney, bros? I've never known about this geezer. As far as I know, he had one really mad... No, I think he had 2 very productive seasons. I might be wrong, for Brentford in the Championship. Where the fuck else has he been all his career? Shows how bad Tony is, if you're unsure who is better. Exactly. Because, bros, I look at the stats of a footballer as well. Do you know what I mean? I'll always remember one stat. What was that Dutch striker? Because you've mentioned him before. That went Chelsea. And I thought, why can't he score for Chelsea? And I wanted him at Arsenal, £6 million. And then I looked for PSV. He had played 15 Champions League games and got that many goals. I thought, it really is different playing in the Dutch league. But then when PSV was in the Champions League every season, or Europe in general, in 15 European games, he got 0 goals. Not Benzema. What's his name? What's that striker? Years ago, Chelsea signed £6 million. I don't know. That doesn't mean everything, and different styles and different ways of playing and all this and blah blah blah. But yeah, bro. If you're signing a striker at 31, there's just a couple of things I ask for. Like, it isn't exactly one for the future. What is your actual intention? Is it just a guy for 2.5 seasons? You let him go on a free or something? Do you know what I mean? The usual bullshit we do. I can't remember his name, bro. Did he have sideburns? He had a horrible record at Chelsea, though. A horrible record. Can't even remember where he fucked off to after that. Can't remember. Everton are saying they won't sell no one, bruv. And they're still even hopeful they could get a loan or two in. I don't know, bro. Surely they've had their punishment this year, this 10-point deduction. I don't know what your thoughts on that is. Striker Chelsea bought from PSV Eindhoven.
Here's what I found.
No, it's only speaking about Nduki. Bollocks. Alright, what can I say? About 100 years ago. Let's just see if it will come up. No, bro, it ain't coming up. It was that long ago. Google really won't acknowledge it. That's it, Nketia Kesman. Fucking hell, I got there in the end. Nketia Kesman. Jesus. Okay, fuck you, Yui. Nice one. I didn't see that there. I got it to it in the end on Google. Callum Wilson's all right, but I think that we could get a better striker than him. Come on, you Gunners. Well, at this moment, brother, financially, we probably can't, bros. And I don't think it will happen. I think Newcastle, like, they're probably speaking to the financial fair play people. Like, we want to sell, but we've got 10 injuries right now. I did see that written in their thing the other day. It's not so easy to sell when you've got 10 players unavailable. And blah, blah, blah. But even then, they would only leave them with Isaac. And Isaac's had a couple of injuries. I'd be surprised if they left themselves with one striker. Unless they're going to loan someone in. Loaning Nketia from Arsenal, perhaps. Shouts out to you, Yui. But Callum Wilson, yeah, bros. I don't want him at the club, bros. Does he score as many goals as Jesus and Nketia? Yeah, probably he does, bros. I reckon most strikers would score the same amount of goals, bros. Like, we do provide a decent amount of chances, you know what I mean? But I think, yeah, Saka, Martin, they all need to get back up to their A game, but especially Odegaard, bros. And if Partey's back, bros, I think this is good for the team. Because I think that means Havertz could be dropped. So that means it's really on Odegaard now to start performing. Yeah. And what it is as well, he's entered the last year of his contract, isn't it? So maybe Newcastle will look at it and think, yeah. But what's his role at Arsenal next year? What's he going to be, the second striker to what? To Victor Osimhen, to Andre Alexander Isaac. I really feel we will go early. Excuse me, again. The similar sort of tactic, provided we buy no one this window, about 200 mil. The whole Havertz, Timber, Declan Rice thing. Possibly, but at least the writing is on the wall. Because, excuse me, guys, my nose is giving me terrible havoc. If he is dropped here, Havertz, yeah, and Odegaard isn't doing too well come on, bruvs. You know what to do, innit? Like, poor Emil Smith-Rowe. Pablo Vieira. Where are they ever getting any minutes at all? They're both attacking mids. This is what I said, right? Why did he sign Vieira? You know what I mean? What, to play on the right wing? He doesn't look like a right winger to me. Plus, he gave Nelson a new deal. I'm sorry, I feel a bit better now. I need the sneezy poos out. Fucking hell. Yeah, but that isn't as easily as said and done. But I do think we will try it in the summer. Is that official? Is that official, yeah? Because I've heard he definitely didn't want to leave Almiron. He wasn't interested in and I like that in a play. He wasn't interested in no Saudi millions. He said him, his missus, they're both really settled in Tyneside. They love it. They love the fans. The fans love him when he sees them on the street and whatever. So yeah, that's refreshing for a player not to want their millions, bro, and then just get pissed off and want to come back to England in 6 months, like some of the players are doing. Like, what's the other one? Remember that midfielder we're linked with? Sampdoria. Savo, Milankovic, that cunt. We're linked with him again today slightly. I don't ever justify it by mentioning it, but apparently the Saudi team would do business at around 30, 35 mil. Arsenal being fucking paupers might see that as good business, 30, 35 mil. Zubamendi, he gives me Xhaka vibes, man. He gives me Xhaka vibes. See, on loan, bros, maybe. But that means he's got no intention to play Thomas Partey, bros. And remember, he did sign Havertz as a central midfielder. It's going to be so interesting to see, bros, if Partey's putting up his little Instagram saying I'm fit, and it's Liverpool and he's not in the fucking team or on the bench, bros. And we've got Havertz in the central midfield and Odegaard in the number 10. And Liverpool are running all over us, bros. I'm going to be going psycho, bros. Because honestly, bros, Thomas Partey, bros, like, his pride must be a little bit in dent, isn't it? You know what I mean? A load of clubs probably haven't come rushing in for him, through either injury or whatever's going on. And he'll probably love to have a really good 6 months at Arsenal. End it on a high and duck if the manager don't want him. And I hope he gets a fair chance just to be the guy alongside Rice. Because I'm telling you, man, that changes a lot of things. We don't probably lose that game at Villa. We don't lose against West Ham. We don't lose to Fulham. Do you know what I mean? Paulino is good, bros. But with Rice and Partey, bros, Paulino ain't having no more joy. No matter how much he fucking works. Do you know what I mean? Same as that little prick Souček down at West Ham. He ain't having no joy of Thomas Partey there. In fact, Thomas Partey was so good in parts last season. How do you think Granit Xhaka got his little 7, 8 fucking goals? 6 seasons too late, but how do you think Xhaka got them fucking goals? Because of Partey's solidness, guys. So again, this could actually be the signing, even though he's already ours, that we actually needed this January. If Arteta will just fucking allow whatever beef, whatever's going on surrounding Partey, put it aside until the summer. Be oblivious. Do right by the club, innit? Not by your own personal feelings or whatever. But yeah, Thomas Partey, guys, that could be like a game changer. If he comes in fit, hungry, and bang at it, bros, he's still a fucking fantastic midfielder. And I'm not saying no. Bros, I don't give a fuck. All we've got to do is get him from, like, let's say realistically, the end of January, bros. What's that? Then I need him for 4 or 5 months, bros. Do you know what I mean? 4.5, 5 months. There you go. That's another one that'll have to be into. I take it he wasn't in the Champions League squad, was he? That's another one that'll have to be put into the old Champions League squad. Fuck me. I'm gonna Google that. Sorry, people. Champions League squad. Bro, it's telling me from fucking the summer one, man. Oh, I should have put January in it. What a clown I am. Let me put January. They're all saying 4th of September, so that's going back to the summer one. Alright, this is a bit inconclusive. How many English clubs? Oh, fuck off. What do you think about Harry Potter to Chelsea, guys? I can't figure it out. Someone Google that for me. And imagine it's the end of fucking January, though, like, as soon as the window's done, no? Do you know what I mean? Because if people are to buy anyone and they're in Europe, you know what I mean? You can register them players, provided they ain't already played in that competition, as far as I know. I think if you played in the Europa League and you signed for a Champions League team, I think that's all blessed like these days. That's all fine. And I think they were trying to scrap that rule altogether sooner or later anyway. Right, guys, 4 minutes left of the stream. What is your final thoughts? I say we go with nothing, because I don't believe we're going to accept 25 and 30 mils for Emil Smith-Rowe and Nketia. And I don't believe in this climate, clubs will pay that much more for them. One doesn't play at all, Emil Smith-Rowe. Nketia is obviously a number 2, so he doesn't get the most minutes, you know what I mean? But when you look at it, his goal record isn't good enough anyway. I don't think there's a club on earth that, hey, no, innit? I don't think there's a club on earth, perhaps, yeah, that would pay 50 million for either of those players. I'm surprised we got the 35, 38 for Balogun, bros. Do you know what I mean? To be straight with you. But that was on the strength of him fucking murking it, scoring more goals than Nketia had scored in his Arsenal career in one season on loan in France. France or not. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm wondering how Arsenal will play it in the summer. For example, back to Boss Bala. 100 million, Alexander Isaac, yeah? 50 million, Zubamendi, 150. UE, where would the other 50 million go if we bought 3 players at 200 million? I reckon we've got a plan like that again. Who would the third player be, UE? Isaac, Zubamendi, and then there's a couple of positions we need. Diamonde. Then you probably still need a fullback, though. I reckon it's more than 3 we need this summer, if we buy no one this January. What do you think, UE, before I go, seriously? If we went with 200 million on 3 players again, what sort of 3 players do you think Lego Man would go with? I reckon it'd be like a Zubamendi, an Isaac. Still need a winger as well, bros. We need more than 3 players, bros. See, that's the thing, bros. After 4.5 years at the club, bros, look at this. When we finish this season, again, trophyless, £200 million. That got us 3 players last summer. When we did sell a couple, Xhaka, Balogun, and took back over 50 mil, Rob Holding, the American goalkeeper, we didn't buy no one else. We loaned Raya, knowing we were going to buy him. But after the 200 mil, we were done. So I reckon, again, we're going to spend 200 mil. Unless we know we're going to get a bit of money for like an Emil Smith-Rowe and Nketia, we might spend 250 this summer. With the intention of getting 100 million back through selling players like Jesus, Balogun, Havertz, whatever you fucking want, Tomiyasu. Look at these pictures of Leokers. Look at these birds. He's just hit Uruguay. Fuck me. Oh yeah, because just coming off the live. Go get a big like on it from Uruguay, you big bastard. Shouts out to Leokers up in Uruguay, you know. Uruguay, you know. Just been checking you. Who's been checking on my status today? These silent listeners here. But guys, we've hit the hour mark. It's been quiet. Love and respect to UE, the only real one here, of course, and Boss Boo Blah. Fuck me, not even the Phils and Lindas are around no more. It's getting terrible. Shouts out to John RB, wherever you are. Shouts out to all the silent listeners. Respect to you all. Real ones. I will be back. The show must go on, innit? I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. As I said, quickly, let's confirm the fixtures. The 30th is Forest. What day is it today? 25. All right. So the 30th is Forest. Tuesday, 7:30 kickoff. The 4th, Liverpool. The 11th, West Ham, away to Burnley. And then the 21st of February, people, away to Porto. Who are we looking at Porto, bruv? There's a couple of players we're looking at Porto, isn't they? Love you too, Liegers. Doing people lunch hour. Most definitely, bros. How I'm going to start that is, bros, is Saturday. Even though the first game that I like in the knockouts is 8 p.m. Let me check Sunday in the African nations. So that's how I'm going to start doing a couple of afternoon streams and see how they go, the African nations. Let me just check the African nations again. So it's Saturday. So let's go to Sunday. AFCON. Right. So Egypt, Dr. Congo, or DR Congo, Equatorial Guinea. So that's 5 and 8. Shit, most of them are going to be all night games now because there's only 2 games in the day, isn't it? 5 p.m. Camp Verde versus Mutiana. And then Senegal, Ivory Coast, 8 p.m. And then on the next Tuesday, Mali, and then Morocco, South Africa, 5 and 8 o'clock. Yeah, bros, I'm gonna have to do little. I might do little lunchtime downloads, bros. Not even lives. Yeah, I hear that. Little 10-15 minute downloads. It's what all these other little pricks are doing. I do love you. You keep all the ideas coming on the group. Guys, I've got to get out. Still got a couple of bits to do. Got to run. I'm not going to say where I've got to run. Guys, them silent listeners, isn't it? Yui, love you, bros. Boss man. See you later. Peace out, people. Do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. It has been dead quiet. It's breaking my heart. But man, the show must go on. Peace out, people. Love you, man. 10 p.m. tomorrow, innit? See you soon. And yeah, all right, cool. Might have to do a quick little transfer update tomorrow. The first significant transfer that goes in, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll go live. Respect, people. Good night.